You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Good evening. Well, this is my bench two-pill. I had 2290 Toshibas in it. Went into complete meltdown. I don't know how. I guess I must have had it turned on and keyed with no coax. The way my table is set up, radio is here, goes into a switch box over here to switch between radio A to B. The amplifier is here. It stays in line the whole time. Comes out of that amplifier through this line section here, and then this line section comes down. That's my coax hook up to an amp. And this amplifier gotta be, I'm fixing two-pill sections out of it first. I'm gonna try to get this working. It didn't want to work right last night, but ain't got nothing to do with this one. But I must have had this thing unhooked and keyed the mic somehow or another. Something got over on the mic. Sometimes I lay it down on the table. Yes, a little messy here today. I went through, I don't even know when it melted down. It could have melted down a week ago. I hadn't even used it for a while. It stays in line, and being it was in still talk through mode, I could talk through it when I hooked another amp up, so I didn't even know it. That's the reason it took so long to find out. Hell, it could have melted yesterday, day before yesterday, a week ago. I don't know when, but this is in a little Dave-made cabinet, and this is the front to it, and I put another front over top of that with the things across it. This goes on the front. This goes in my bench right here like this. So that's the reason you don't see it. I don't know. I like to have things up inside of here, but my whole point being that I have a switch mode power supply, and that's just a little 30 amp that runs these radios and that amplifier. 30 amp switch mode power supply, and they say they won't they're not any count, but this amp went into complete meltdown, and I could have not even been down here. I don't know when it was. I leave my bench on sometimes all damn night long. The wife calls me upstairs to do something, or telephone rings and I get to talking to somebody, or I get that special feeling and have to take care of something. You never know. But it went in complete meltdown. This is not the heat sink for it. It's another one. But that was Toshiba's. I guess it went into oscillation where it didn't have anything hooked up to it. It's the only thing I can think. The heat sink that was on it, I've done already started building the amp back. So, because I gotta have a driver, but it's always something. This is not the heat sink for it. This one hadn't even been drilled or anything. It's just one I had it laying on. Actually got 2 or 3 of them here. Just to see, didn't have a fan or nothing on it, but it burnt the wires up there. It's on my phone, so my phone's old, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, but it went on complete meltdown. And I had this one made with tuners in it to match it. The 1,000 ohm, the 1,000 puff cap was laying pretty much right there, welded in on top of this that was not soldered anymore. It was just laid under there, and I didn't even have to unsolder. Majority of stuff, it done unsoldered itself. It was laid there, and this had done fell off and laid down there. And this was the part that was attached to the board, and I cut that out. The diode, I don't even know. I hadn't checked it, but I'm pretty sure it's shorted. Or maybe it got hot and just came up off the board. I don't know. But everything got so hot it just came up. I don't know what did that, but getting back to the switch mode power supply, they say they're no count. But go over to my table. That's the way I turn my table on through the. This is my switches for that. This is the one for the air compressor. This is the one for the tables over here on the side. And this was for my power supply. But come on, man. You know he's a fucking cheater. I had this sticking up here, but Radio Garage. If y'all want some stickers here, I'd like to have a 577 here, but I don't think he has any stickers. But if you got one, I'll put it here. Rainmaker, he's there. Chris, BM Technologies, Dave made. That's him. Radio Garage has got two. He just sent me two, so I put them up. But anyways, the power supply is still working. I have a plug to plug them in there. The coax to connect them is up in here somewhere, right there. But it's just to hide everything. My coax is up in here, and the power supply is over here with a capacitor bank on it, little capacitor. But switch mode's over here just to hide this shit, you know. So I guess I hooked it up and had left the mic sitting there. Something probably set up against it and burned it up. I don't know. The radio other day, I noticed it quit, and I was like, damn. So I pulled it out, and it's all was wrong with it was the the protection diode in it was clipped on each side of it, and it was soldered in, and it came unsoldered, so it didn't burn the radio up. I noticed this was going out first. I didn't know anything about this. I only turn this on when I need to. Most time it's an amplifier with a driver in it, so I don't even turn it on. I only turn it on when I need it, but it's in line, so I don't have to hook up one off to the side to put it up there. Yeah, I need to clean off this damn table, so kiss my ass. I'm not in a good mood because I had a meltdown, but anyways, those switches will take some abuse. And that 30 amp switcher runs that radio plus that, or either that radio plus that, and of course that little meter don't take anything. Evidently Nova's outside. Yep. Amy doesn't let her out. But yeah. Made that other. I got her in here. But yeah, I gotta clean up a little bit. I got this was one of my workstation last night, and yeah, I need to clean it before I get started back. But this is what I caught earlier today when I turned this on, because this wasn't acting right, and it wasn't because of that, but this wasn't acting right. Got back on this one. I put this one off, put this one off, put this one off, because this motor, I got to get this back up and going. I have horned this out. Dingle ball horned it. Today is Monday, so I didn't get a chance because I had a chiropractor today because of my neck, and I have gapped the rings, which are, they're 22, but put new rings in it too. I didn't put the crank in it and the burns back in it, and turn the lights on over here. So that's going to be, these are all new bolts. I'm gonna have to get this up and going, but that's the motor box with the rings in it. The ring gap on these are 22. I'm gonna have to check. They said anything above 20 is good, but I want to make sure. I'm gonna call the motor shop and make sure they're gonna have to grind them for me, because they can grind them in just a few minutes, where I have to they got a Goodson valve ring grinder, so they can do it in just a minute, and they're not gonna charge me nothing. But anyways, the crank's in it. I gotta put the rods in it, and they all torqued down, and the way they torqued, it was 18 foot-pounds and then an additional 70 degrees. So that's the reason those marks are on there. They was this way, and I went an additional 100 degrees to there. And I checked them. Some of them, even at 100 degrees, they didn't, like this one would be 50, and this one will be 45, so this one is off from that one. And so I just went back, and if this one's 50, this one's 50, this one's 50, why not make this one 50? But even with that additional 90 degrees, it didn't torque out, so I just set all of them at 50. And that's what the bolt manufacturers said do if you line bore it, but I didn't line bore it. But by the time I put, they said do it by specs, so I done it by the specs, and majority of them came up at 50 foot-pounds. So her little toy. Where's Frisbee? Where's Frisbee? Go get your Frisbee. Sit down. Come here. Stay. Axe. Sit. Give me the ball. No, give me the ball. All right, go back. Back. Okay, set. Stay. Give me the frisbee. Stay. Stay. Give me frisbee. Ball. Ball. Frisbee. Ball. Frisbee. Come on. Set. Stay. Ball. Give me the ball. Yeah.